Hi, I'm Sajid and today I will be talking about list slicing. So as the name indicates that it's about slicing. So when I say slicing, you might have something like cake in your mind in which you have to make slices of a cake or maybe pastry or something else. So in slicing, what we do, we have some original object and then we cut that object into different pieces and we call those pieces as slices. So same is the case with list slicing. So list slicing is used in many like it has many applications. We do a lot of slicing in our code in whenever we are writing some logic, some algorithms. Slicing plays a vital role in our code. So I will just let me show you the code. Let's say we have some list, my list equal to let's say it's a combination of integer values and mouse PC 6 7 9 0 whatever. So this is my list. If I print my list, I have so this is my list. Now if I want to access any element, I can access that element using its index. So as you might know that the index in Python, the index starts from 0. So if I want to access my first element, I will simply write index 0 and it will return me 1. Similarly, if I want to see some index, let's say if I want to see the mouse, so the index of mouse is 0 1 2, so it will return me mouse. So this is about positive index. There is one more thing that is called negative indexing. In negative, index starts from the right side, so that 9.8 or the last element will have a negative index of or it will have an index of -1. Similarly, this one will have -2, then -3, then -4, then -5, and so on. So if we talk about the positive index, it starts from the 0, and if we talk about the negative index, starts from -1. So -1, the element having the index of -1 will be the last element, and the element having index of 0 will be the first element. So if I want to access the last element using negative element, I can simply write my -1 and it will show me 9.8. And if I want to see my last element using my positive index, I can simply write. One way is that I just manually write, I manually count the index 1 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. I think it's 9. Okay. Or the other way is I just get the length of a list, because I know that the last element, the index of the last element will be the total length -1. So it will be length of my list -1. Or if I just show you that what's the length of my length, I can simply show you using length function. So this list has 10 elements, and the last index is 9 and the first index is 1. So now I will show you that how we can do the slicing of the list. So this is like what I have already shown you is also slicing, because here I am accessing single elements or maybe So the same in the same way I can show you multiple subsets or multiple slices of this list. So the first way is I will simply pass the start and stop index. So I will just mention the heading here. Okay. Okay, so let's suppose I just want to just want to show the first 4 elements. So I can simply access the 4 elements using my, so what I will do, my list, zero, 1, 2. I just want to see elements till PC. So you can see that the index of PC is 0, 1, 2, 3. So the index of PC is 3. So here I will write 4. The reason is that whatever index I am writing here, it will not be included in my slicing, in my sliced. So you can see that the first 4 elements are displayed here. Similarly, if I want to include these 2, so I will add 2 more index here. So this way I will have 6 elements in my slice, in my new slice. I can assign a new value to this slice, what I want to do here. So this is about like when we are not giving the so this is the syntax in which we have to give the start value, we have to give the stop value or the last value, and then we have to mention the steps. But since I haven't, so I have a stop value here, but I don't have a start value here, so it is assuming that my start value is 0, right? If I want to, okay, if I just want to give some start value but not the end value, let me show you that how it will work. Let's suppose I just want to see all the elements that are from the index 2 till the end. Now since I have mentioned the start position, that is index 2, but I haven't mentioned the stop position or stop index, so it will assume that my stop position or stop index is end index. So it will start from the index 2, 0, 1, 2, and it will show me all the values till the end. You should keep one thing in mind, that when we were giving the end position, it was not including the last element or the element of this index 6, the element that was present at this index 6, but in the start it will start from the 2. So in this case it will go till index 5, and in this case it will start from the index which we will give here. So this is a very I would say critical or crucial point which you need to keep in mind, because most of the developers do this mistake, that when they want to access the 5 elements, they will simply, maybe instead of 6 they will write 5 here, and so the last element will be removed, will not be included in this slice. Now as I told you before, that we do have negative index. So let's suppose if we want to use negative index, let me see. So what it is doing here, it will start from -1, right, and it will move till end. So since -1 is the last element and there is no element after this 9.8, so it will only print this one, this element. What if I want to if I want to print last 3 elements? So here I will simply change -1 to -3, and now you can see that it will start from -3. So this was -1, this was -2, and this was -3. So it will start from this index 3, and it will print 0, 1 and 9.8. So this is a scenario in which we just pass start or stop value, and it will consider the other value as default, as maybe start or end of index. Now, the other scenario is that we pass both stop and stop values or index. Now let's say I want to print my list. Let's suppose I want to print elements between like I want to print mouse and PC. Okay, so or maybe 5. So what I will do, I will mention the start the start index, that will be 0, 1, 2, and the end index will be since I want to include 5, so the index of 5 is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So since the index of 5 is 4, so for the stop position I will add 5 here. So I will start from mouse. Let's say I want to include 6, 2, just to, or maybe 9, 2, just to just you don't get confused with the index values and the element value. So what I will do here, so the start point should be 0, 1, 2, start point index should be 2. So I will start from the 2 and I will go till, since I want to include this 9, till this 9. So what's the index of this 9? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the index of 9 is 6 here, right? So I will write 7 here. So here you can see that now we have elements mouse, PC, 5, 6, 9. So let me give you another example with negative values. Let's suppose I want to start from the -4 and I want to go till -2. So what it should give me -1, -2, -3, -4, right? So it should start from this one, 9. Let me see. Okay, so it started from -4, that was this element 9, and then it went up to -2. Now what was -2? -1, -2, right? So -2 was this, but since this is a stop index and you know that we don't include the stop index here, so it will only print these two values, these two elements. Okay, I hope that it's clear to you. And let's give another example, just simple one. Let's suppose I want to just see the 0 to 5. Okay, so it will simply print the first 5 elements, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's same if even if I just even if I don't mention the start position, if it will take 0 as default value. So it will, so you have seen that these two lines are same. If I'm mentioning 0 as start position, or if I'm not mentioning anything, then it will assume that I want to start from the 0. Now there are some specific cases. So till now we have seen the scenario in which we just pass start index or stop index, and then we have seen the cases in which we pass both stop and the start index, and then now we will deal with another case in which we will just pass the step. We won't pass the start and end position or start and stop position index. So let's say my list. I will put 2 columns here and -1. So this code snippet will reverse the whole list. So if you are given a task to reverse a list, you can simply use this one, right? So it is starting from the -1, and it is assuming that you want to move till, because there is no start position, so it is assuming that you want to go till the last element. And what if I want to, instead of moving one step back, what if I want some change in step? So here you can see that now it is starting from 2, and it is giving it is jumping one, it is missing one value or missing one element or missing one index here, because I have mentioned the step size as 2, right? So the first element which it will display, it will be the, if I again show you the original list, the last element was 9.8. okay, so it will start from the 9.8, it will start from 9.8, and then the next element will be 0, and then the next element will be 6, and then PC. And if I want to change the step value to -3 to 3 basically, now it will take 2 steps, right? So the first value is 9.8, and then it will miss these 2 values, or it will skip these 2 values, and it will jump to 9, and then PC, and then 1, right? And what if I change it to -4? So the first value will be 9.8, then it will skip three values, 1, 2, 3, and then 6. Then it will again skip 3 values, 1, 2, 3, and 2. And now in the next step, when it will skip the values, it won't print anything because we don't have any element left here. So this is about passing the step parameter. Like we are not passing any start position or end position, and it is assuming all the start and end position by default as default values. Let me give you another example in which I will just So instead of negative index, I will just give some positive index here. So now the results will be almost it will be same, but instead of moving from the right to the left, now it will move from the left to the right with one skip or one jump. Right, so now you have seen that the first is it will print this element, then it will skip this, and then mouse, and then it will skip the PC, and then it will print 5, and then and so on, right? And if I increase the jump to 3, it will do the same. It will skip 2 elements, and then it will print the next element. Another case is that I simply put 2 columns here. So it will assume that I want the start position as 0 and I want the end position as the last index. So it will print the entire list. Same is the case with a single column. So it will again print the entire list. Okay. Now there is another scenario in which we want to pass step along with the start and the end position. So it's simple. Let's suppose I want to start from the index 1 and I want to go till index 6. Sorry. And I want to jump off. I want to skip one element. So here, so the first element, like the first index is 1, since I'm starting from the 1. So the first element is 2. It will skip mouse and then it will go to PC and then it will go to 6, right? Now the last, now what I have mentioned here, the end or the stop index is 6. So it will stop at 6. So it will print all the values before 5. When I say all, it means by skipping 1. So if I see the 6th, the index was 1 0 1 2 3 4 5 6. So the 9 element had index of 6. So it will move till 6, this value, right? So it will cover all these values, and after skipping these 2, it will print the other values. So these are different slicing methods which you can perform. There might be there can be other methods. So these are the basics about slicing, and definitely you can assign this sliced list to a new list equal to maybe, and if I print my new list, so this is my new list here, and my list will be the original list, and it will be in its original form, right? So this is about slicing of list slicing. So we have discussed 4 scenarios. The first scenario was that we just passed the start or stop index. The second was that we passed the start and stop index, and third scenario was we just passed the step index, and then the last scenario was that we used all the start, stop and step parameters. So I hope that it was an easy to follow tutorial, and if you get any queries, you can definitely mention in the comment section. Thank you for your time. Bye.